Hi, collective. I am going to go ahead and pull a message from the deck. This deck is called Centering in the Darkness. I'm running my bath right now, but I figured while I'm waiting on that, I would come on here and give you guys a message. And before I did hop on, I heard patience like a lot. I heard patience like at least 5 times. So there is patience that is being required at the moment. I also heard slow down and simmer down. Right now we are in the middle of 2 eclipses. We had a solar eclipse and then we're having a lunar eclipse. So the energies right now are very intense, and we're also in Scorpio season, which has to do with deaths and rebirths. Scorpio is right now Sun. Like I said, slow down. Scorpio is revealing everything and bringing light to situations that may have been previously in the darkness, which is also why we're going through a lot collectively. There's a lot going on with the planets and the energy. But with that being said, we are moving into this full moon lunar eclipse on the... I keep forgetting. I think it's on the 28th? 25, 26, 28. Yeah, in a couple of days, basically. And so full moons have to do with releasing, letting go of old structures, with old beliefs, with people, places, or things that are no longer serving you. And again, that can be from thoughts to behaviors, to people, to physical things, whatever the case is here. But I'm going to go ahead and bless these cards, and then we can go ahead and pull a message and see what comes up for the collective. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. Thank you, Universe. Thank you for all the blessings and the protection. Thank you for everything that you do for us. Please bring forth the messages that the collective needs to hear at this very moment. What does this collective need to hear at this moment? What else does this collective... Okay, so I guess we have 2 cards here. That's so crazy. I saw this before I even started shuffling. And then we have, so we have Return of the Mermaids. And Yin Fikir. This, to me, right here, is, I'm feeling like this is calling us to return to self, to return back to center, to come back home. There's a lot going on in the world right now. And so aside from that, there's a lot going on within our own worlds. And we're being called to ground and to just come back to center so that we can navigate these really intense energies that we're feeling and that the world is going through as well. With this is, I'm getting the feeling of like sharing your story. And I love this right here because this to me is representing that your spiritual team is protecting you, that they're here with you. Even if you haven't connected with them, even if you don't necessarily know what that means or what that looks like. Of course, I'm always open to answer any questions, but we all have a spiritual team. It's just a matter of us reaching out to them and allowing them to help us and guide us as well. Because spirit guides, they can't intervene unless you connect with them or ask for the help. Basically, they can't help you if you are not asking for help. And that just goes also in the physical. Closed mouths, oh my God, words. Closed mouths don't get fed. Yeah, there's also a need for us to really express ourselves, to use our voice, I see a lot of blue here, a lot of green as well. So throat chakra, heart chakra. And this is also guiding me, or this is also telling me to tell you guys that there needs to be a connection between your heart and your throat chakra. So expressing yourself, but from your heart. I hope that makes sense. I am going to go ahead and dive into the messages in this deck as well, though, so that we can get further insight. And it sounds like my bath is almost ready, so I am going to go ahead and go through these and let you guys go on your way. Okay, so we have Return of the Mermaids. There is a great power returning to Earth, and it is connected to you. The spirit of the earth is radically transforming, and you with it. Return of the Mermaid symbolizes an innate sleeping power within you ready to open its eyes. That's crazy. I was talking about returning to self and like stepping into your power. You are encouraged to not ignore the urges and feelings you have related to this power. Perhaps you have felt the urge to speak up more. Maybe you have an idea. Oh, that's so fucking crazy, you guys. I was talking about speaking up more and using our throat chakra. I feel like there is a lot of throat chakra blockages, meaning people are having a hard time expressing themselves, expressing their truth, using their voice. There have been a lot of situations where we are made to feel like our voices don't matter. And yeah, so again, you're being encouraged to speak up more. Maybe you have an idea for a project, a practice, or a new way of life living in your mind. Yeah, so this is encouraging you to tap into those ideas as well that you're receiving and things that you want to create and express and then also put out into the world. There is something asleep in the waters of your being ready to come out. Your changing interests, your joy, your anger, your impulses. Study what they're trying to tell you and are triggered by. So this is a really good time with Scorpio season and with eclipses to really look at what the things that are triggering us, because the things that trigger us, they are trying to speak to us. They're trying to teach us something. They're trying to tell us that there's something there that we need to further look into so that we can heal that. And sometimes you're gonna trigger people with your light, with your words, with your expression, but that's only in order, how to explain this? Sometimes we trigger people not because we mean to, but because by us stepping into our power, that also plants that seed into other people. And it just, how do I explain that? Basically, it gives them a different perspective. And when you trigger people, more often than not, what it's meant to do is meant to help them see their selves and their actions and what they need to work on in their lives. I hope that makes sense. But with the eclipses and Scorpio season, there is a lot of triggering going on. There is going to be a lot of triggering going on. This is a personal quest and one you must answer to alone. What you find here will be an important ingredient to radically shift your life. Yeah, that's crazy. Again, this is coming back home, returning to yourself, really using your voice and expressing yourself in whatever way that means. It can be through your voice, it can be through music, it can be through art, however that resonates for you. And then the other card that I have here that I pulled for the collective is I can't make this shit up. Yin Fikr. I don't think I'm saying that correctly, but I was talking about how sharing your stories, but also like coming back to center. And this literally starts off with saying, go back to your roots. Whatever that means for you. Some of you, I'm feeling like you are being drawn more to look into your lineage, into your ancestry, to learn more about your ancestors and just, yeah, I don't know how else to explain that. I know for myself that, my family, for example, they don't talk a lot about their past. They don't know a lot about their past like that either, because their parents didn't necessarily talk about these things either, because these are hard topics. A lot of the times parents don't know how to even express the difficulties that they have gone through or their experiences, or they were never encouraged to. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that if you feel guided to look into your past in regards to your your family roots and your generation, or where you come from, if you're not, especially if you're an immigrant, or if your family's, or if your family are immigrants. I'm sorry, words. But anyways, okay. Go back to your roots. Do something familiar. Visit the origin of who you are. Again, coming back to self. That's crazy. Symbolically or literally. Dig into the dirt of who you are. What is it that you are made of in the crevices? What is your magic and where is it born from? What is your culture? What is your trueness? These questions are here for you to dig deeper into your identity and embark on a journey to grow past who you are currently accepting yourself to be. A lot of the times we take on, how do I explain that? Okay, a lot of the times we think that we're somebody that we're not because of things that have been imposed onto us. Meaning we grow up and we're shaped by our environment and by people around us and by the things that we go through, right? But there is also this false sense of like, there's a lot of things that were imposed onto you that aren't who you are, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But anyways, it is time for you to strip away, this is exactly what I was saying. It is time for you to strip away all the rubbish that has been burying yourself down into a place that is not meant for you. You have holes in your aura that need to be patched up, leaking out of your energy and being replaced by definitions of the world. Literally, you guys, I did not know that this said this. This is exactly what I was talking about though. You have holes in your aura that need to be patched up, leaking out your energy and being replaced by definitions the world, your family, or social circles are saying for you. This is a once and for all moment. This is a call to use the gifts of adversity as an opportunity to realize yourself. Remember the place where love always finds you. Remember what you are doing all this for. This may be a call to organize a trip back to a place where you began, be it an origin country, old home, hometown, or a place that holds deep symbolism for you. This oracle is a representation of a lifelong journey, one you will always be on that will give meaning to the rest of your life. Wow, I think that's pretty much self-explanatory. Just to wrap this all up, this has to do with coming back to yourself, coming back to your roots, centering yourself, expressing yourself, and really digging in deep into who you really are. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't been back in my hometown since I moved here in the United States. So it has been over 20 years since I've been in homeland, in mi tierra, where I come from. And so I feel so disconnected from my roots. And although my ancestors and my spirit guides have been bringing in knowledge in regards to that, and going through healing has helped me answer some of these questions, but I haven't. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that I have this urge to go back to my roots, to go touch the land where I came from, so that I can just soak that all in and remember where I came from, remember who I am. Not to say that I need to be there to know who I am, but it's more so connecting to my ancestors, connecting to the land that my ancestors walked on, to the land that I walked on when I was young, and just feeling one with that. By doing that too, I know that there is going to be a lot of things and a lot of answers and just a lot of information that is going to get downloaded into my being. But I don't know if some of you guys feel like you're longing for a place, for home, or if you feel like you miss home. And home doesn't necessarily have to be a land. It could be the stars as well. This is like a whole nother topic in itself, but we're made of stardust. And a lot of us, especially people who are highly sensitive, we came from different star systems. As crazy as that may sound, I'm gonna just leave it at that. And so, I don't know, for me personally, I feel like home is in the stars. And I feel like so connected to the sky and the universe, and I know that I came from different star systems. I'm just human. I'm just a cosmic being living a human experience. But with that being said, come back to self, center, express yourself, and have a beautiful rest of your day, night, whatever it is for you, wherever you are. And remember to have a lot of patience, not only with yourself, but with people around you right now, because the energy is just very much intense, and words are very powerful. And the words that we speak out loud, we can't take back. But yeah, thank you guys. Have a good night.